Alright, so today I'm back with yet another chapter review, and today we will go over chapter 237, which is insane, so be sure to stick till the end because you don't want to miss it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and let's get right into the chapter. However, before that, please double check if you are subscribed to the channel as you don't want to miss my chapter reviews. While you're already down there, you can always leave a like and a comment, and with that out of the way, let's finally get into it. Starting off chapter 237, we see Hiyori being in control of the ball while still high up in the air. The commentators are saying that it's now Bastard Munchen's time to attack, and in a game full of counterattacks, will this be the moment? Will this actually be the final counterattack of this match? Hiyori gets down on the ground and right off the bat, both Niko and Lorenzo come rushing toward him. Niko tells Lorenzo that they will crush him with a high press trap design, which Lorenzo is on full board with. However, Hiyori has gone into rage mode as he tells them to just shut the fuck up, as he does an outstanding rainbow flick over both of them, and then sneaks behind Lorenzo before he can even comprehend what is happening. The ball falls to Isagi, who tells Hiyori to keep up the tempo. But as Hiyori hears this, he wonders who the hell Isagi thinks he is, as he's ordering Hiyori around, saying that if it weren't for him, Isagi wouldn't even be able to impact the game at all. He thinks this as they make a 1-2 with each other to get away from Lorenzo and Niko. Niko is stunned by what Hiyori has just managed to do, and Lorenzo is just weird as always. Anyway, Hiyori gets behind another Uber's player like it's kindergarten football for him. Even though he's getting behind the players with ease, it feels like he isn't even paying much attention to them, as he in his head says that after this match, he will quit football for good. He sees Isagi coming behind the Uber's defender, so he passes him. But after that pass, Hiyori suddenly gets a random realization, asking himself what it is that he's doing, running around like a crazy maniac while feeling a rather unique feeling. He wonders if it is due to Isagi's nosiness, kindness, or even friendship, but it's definitely none of the above, as Hiyori couldn't care less about any of it. And if he's being frank, then the only thing he cares about is seeing whether Isagi really is the real deal. And if Hiyori holds the key to becoming the best, then he wants to experience the moment that the world changes around him. But this also confuses Hiyori, as he can't believe that he has such a greedy ego deep inside of him. As he's getting back the pass from Isagi, he says that this is the first time that his mind and body are in perfect sync when playing football. He doesn't really understand it, but says that this might be the feeling you get when you start to believe in yourself. But even with this new and crazy feeling he's experiencing, he's still set on quitting football after this match. He finally stops thinking for a second as he passes the ball to Isagi. However, Isagi does a little Mario jump above it and lets it roll over to Yukimiya, who is in a one-on-one with Drago, but he's still able to get the ball back to Hiyori. Hiyori sees that they are 38 meters away from the goal, saying that he's still not in the range to deliver the final pass, but just maybe Isagi can manage to get behind the defense. But they still haven't broken it down, so how could he do that? But at the same time, this just might be the perfect timing for them to score. Isagi is quickly and swiftly trying his hardest to run behind the Ubers, but even with his attempts, Hiyori still says that they are too far away, saying that he hasn't shaken off his marks yet, and he starts talking about the best option for them to take. When suddenly, out of nowhere, Isagi just decides to stop. Hiyori is angry, wondering why the hell Isagi decided to stop, and tells him to keep on moving. Hiyori asked him how the hell he was supposed to pass the ball to him if he was standing still with two defenders behind him. He wonders if he wants Hiyori to try and go for another goal again, or what it is that he's thinking. But suddenly the piece floats together, and Hiyori remembers what Isagi said beforehand, telling him to don't look and don't even think, just telling Hiyori to surpass their wildest imagination instinctively. Hiyori is in shock after realizing Isagi's plan, calling Isagi a real maniac, and wonders how he will even be able to pull this off, saying that no matter how you look at it, this is crazier than anything he's ever done before. Isagi's eyes have a determination like never before as he tells Hiyori to sense it, the field's own blind spot. Hiyori thinks that it's possible while mostly theoretically. Isagi tells him to do it and says that he's the only one that can do it. So Hiyori throws all of his thoughts to the side and calls Isagi an arrogant bastard before telling him to do it. Hiyori is getting ready to pass with both Aiku, Niko, and even Kaiser before him. And that's not all that's in front of him, as there's a ton of pieces flying like crazy all over the field as the two of them are getting ready to make history. Hiyori says that Hiyori-yu will now become the center of the world. And with this last panel, we also see both Kaiser and Baru looking panicked like never before, and also Isagi looking a bit worried, I would say. However, Hiyori is looking ready as never before with his eyes glowing up. The last text at the bottom says, "Chasing a future that only they can envision, the two egoists devised a plan. As their opponents gear up to stop them, will they finally conquer the chaos? But wait a minute, because that's not all, as the next chapter is called Dreamers, which I would say pretty obviously indicates that the two of them will finally grab home the victory for Bastard Munchen in the next chapter. Or, I really hope that at least. Anyway, let's get right into it and start talking about how crazy Hiyori is. Like, I know I've said that every time in these last chapter reviews, but this time he really went in, like bro did a rainbow flick over two of Uber's best defenders, to then make a 1-2 right away with Isagi. Just look at Lorenzo's face, he was most definitely flabbergasted. But it wasn't only Niko and Lorenzo who got a taste of Hiyori, as he first embarrassed Uber's defender Peron, by just casually getting around him like it was nothing. Then he also destroyed Abdi with some help from Isagi. But at the end of the day, the Ubers had nothing that could stop Hiyori. He was like an unstoppable force just roaming around the field. Also, this panel kind of made me think back to how Rin acted just before he went crazy in the U20 match, when he said that friendship and teammates were nothing he needed in his life, and I kind of got the same feeling from Hiyori here, even though he isn't as crazy or mad as Rin yet, but I just found it similar. I was also really happy to see Hiyori finally recognizing his own ego, as I've been waiting for that for ages now. He even said that this was the first time he's ever felt like that, and that it was the first time that he truly could say that he believed in himself, which is just so sweet but also tragic, as he's basically saying that this is the first time in around 16 or 17 years that he's fully believed in himself. So take that as you will. Also, those last 4 or 3 panels were absolutely amazing, with both Hiyori and Isagi syncing up to make what sounds like the craziest goal of the series. Like, Hiyori was even debating if it was worth it, as yes, it may work in theory, but to actually do it would be crazy. But if he knows anything about Isagi, then it is that he can definitely handle crazy, as how many times hasn't he been in this exact situation, and then somehow made it out better than ever before? The word impossible just fires up Isagi even more, it feels like, and I can't wait to see what the two of them have planned out for an insane goal. Just imagine if it were something crazy, like Isagi running behind Ryu, and then the pass from Hiyori comes. However, he's suddenly out of reach, so he jumps up and makes a scorpion kick right into the goal. Just imagine how insane that would be. That alone would definitely break the internet for some time. Now, I never see Isagi doing a goal like that, but we can also dream. Like, the next chapter is literally called Dreamers, so I think it's worth a shot. I wouldn't mind a direct shot either, as it's his signature shot, which makes it quite sweet and a good ending, but it has to be over the top and something crazy in my opinion, as that would really make a good end to this match. But a better question would be for me to ask you what you think Isagi's and Hiyori's goals will look like. Or do you think that they will miss, and maybe someone else will come in their way and sweep away the ball? You never know, Corona might be a bit jealous seeing the two of them, so he just runs in and kicks away the ball from the goal. I could definitely see that happening. This is just my thoughts on it, and please leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments, as I love reading them. If you like bluelock and videos like this, then I would highly suggest you subscribe to this channel, and while you are at it, leave a comment and a like, as it helps out with the algorithm a ton. And if you're curious to see another video of mine, then please watch the video, which will be popping up on the screen now. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.